Hello.
Bum, bum, bum.
What are you doing?
Hello? Did you just say hello?
Yes, I said hello because we're recording.
Well, hello, everyone. Welcome back.
Can you lead the podcast this week?
What number is this, Evie?
47.
Welcome back to your 47th podcast.
What?
If you haven't heard 1 to 46, then you go back and listen to them. And then you know what 47's all about. You'll understand it better.
What's 47?
Are you ready, Evie? Dun, dun, dun,
Oh
dun,
my
dun.
god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Mom.
If you committed a crime...
Why are you smirking?
If you committed a crime and the person you committed it on, like let's say you stabbed someone, right?
Yeah.
And they claim that somebody else did it, would you go fess that you did the crime?
Do they genuinely not know that you did it, or are they saving your ass?
You did it. They know that you did it. They're not even saving your ass. They just know that you did it. You stabbed them.
How is that not saving your ass?
Because
if they're saying somebody else did it.
There's some revenge involved in it. So it's almost like putting someone else that you admire, you love, into jail just to make you suffer.
Wait, they're saying that somebody else that I love did it?
Yeah, let's say one of your siblings did it. But you did it, but they put the blame on one of your siblings.
I would have to come forward.
You would come forward?
Yeah. I would hate it, but I couldn't do that to somebody else. Like, their life is being taken away for something that I did. No way.
All right.
I couldn't do that. That's just like, I'm basically, there's two people in prison at this point. Like, I'm living in the prison of my own guilt, and they're living in actual prison. So what would be the point of that? Uh-huh. At least I can live with my guilt behind bars, if I were to do that.
Yep. Well, that's exactly what happened. The person fessed up.
Well, how could you not? Unless you don't have a conscience, or like the person is a bad person that they're blaming it on and they should be locked up.
They're a good person.
Yeah, no. How could you put somebody else through that?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Why would you?
Depends who it is. No, just kidding.
No, you're not. If it was your mother, you'd say, let her rot there.
No, I would not.
Is marriage necessary for a successful long-term relationship?
No.
It's not?
No.
Why do you say that?
Because there's a lot of people who aren't married who are successfully together.
Who?
Or longer than married people.
Who's a lot?
Well, there's a lot of people out there.
Like?
There's our old neighbors across the street that aren't married.
They're common law married. That's still
okay,
marriage. It doesn't say is a wedding. It says is marriage.
But they don't have paper to say that they're just living together, and they're common. Eventually, you become common law.
So then they're not married. They're not even common law married.
Well, if they're living together, they are.
How does that work?
I think it's
you can't just be living with my boyfriend for 2 years and then suddenly we're married. That doesn't make sense.
Well, I don't know. The government sees it that way.
No, you gotta like sign a paper, Mom.
For common law?
I don't know. I don't know the rules. No, it doesn't. Oh, so what? I'm automatically married to my roommate who's a woman?
No.
Exactly. What do you mean? What if my sexual preference was woman?
Then I guess that too.
Then I would be common law married.
Why would I know these answers to these dumb questions?
I don't know, but I'm just saying I'm looking it up right now.
Good.
There's got to be a stipulation. I can't be living with a roommate for a bunch of years and then be automatically common law married. That doesn't make sense.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, what?
Your roommate is not your girlfriend. They're your roommate.
Oh my god. You're not understanding. My boyfriend would be technically my roommate too. Common law marriage isn't allowed in most American states, and New York abolished it in 1933.
1933?
Yeah.
It was a thing before that?
That said, some unmarried New York couples may have questions about whether they're entitled to marital rights. neither of you are legally married to someone else, and you and your partner have lived together like spouses do. Let's see what this says. The Empire State outlawed common law marriage a long time ago, but if you meet certain legal requirements, New York may recognize your relationship.
All right.
If you live in New York and you're in a committed relationship, but you haven't had a wedding ceremony, you may be wondering if you and your spouse have formed a common law marriage. Common law marriage, unlike ceremonial marriage, that's the other kind of marriage, is a special marital status that's formed without a wedding service or a marriage license. Common law marriage isn't allowed in most American states, and New York got rid of it in 1933. Sometimes people think they're in a common law marriage because they've lived together for a long time, they share the same last name, or because they have children together. But generally speaking, living together, using identical surnames, or having children isn't enough to form a common law marriage.
Yes.
See?
So that's in the state of New York. See? Now go to Canada.
Okay, so if you can prove all the following elements, you and your partner agreed to be married, so that's still marriage. When I say is marriage necessary, this is still marriage. You and your partner held yourselves out to other people as spouses, which means that you behaved in a way that causes others to believe you're married. Really, Mom?
The oven has reached its temperature.
Neither of you are legally married to someone else, but what about polygamous marriages?
Those are different states. Who knows?
You and your partner have lived together like... Okay, hold on. Canada. Common law.
There, you see what you guys are learning today? Common law marriage.
But why?
Doesn't exist in New York. Your boyfriend and girlfriend for life.
To be considered a common law marriage, the couple must live together a certain period of time. The amount of time varies from province to province, as this is covered by provincial legislation, but is generally 2 to 3 years. For instance, in Ontario and New Brunswick, the period is 3 years.
Oh, 3 years. So you got to break up before the 3-year term is over, starting or over, and then it's not 50-50?
Alimony for your ex-girlfriend. In Canada, having a girlfriend for some time is enough to automatically make you a married couple by law. Weird.
See? They automatically marry you, Evie, whether you'll want it or not. So stay in New York and be boyfriend and girlfriend for life.
Can dating or an affair make me a common law spouse? Yes, in the court case Thavet versus Malvin, the common law parties maintain separate residences. However, the man helped the woman purchase her home and spent 4 or 5 nights per week at her home. The court found that the man and woman were cohabiting.
Wow. Interesting.
Me and my girlfriend cohabited for 6 months, then we broke up for 2 years, and then cohabited for another 6 months before finally breaking up. Have we been together for 1 year? It depends on the province. In Ontario, the law requires continuous cohabitation for there to be a common law relationship. In British Columbia, there is no requirement of continuity. What in the world? Canada is smoking something. The marijuana that's legal.
It's legal
exactly.
now.
That's crazy. And at what age, though?
Guess it doesn't matter as long as you're like 18, maybe.
And living together without your parents in the house?
At 18, I guess you're 19. You're free. You're an adult.
No, but let's say like, okay, so let's say your boyfriend lives with you at your house.
Right.
It's his house. Are you cohabiting together, but your parents are still live there?
Good question. Type that in.
I don't know how to look that up.
No, I mean, type it in as a question to the people that they put on those sites.
What? Oh. Isn't that weird?
Yeah. Well, I guess you would still be sharing a room.
Yeah, I know.
So, same thing.
So is it the same thing?
It's the same thing.
And in
Ontario.
And in British Columbia's case, if your boyfriend stays over 4 nights a week, you're still common law married. That's so weird. Anyways. So is
That's your
marriage?
boyfriend who's having an affair on his wife and
Yeah,
stays over.
I know.
Yep. And then he's got 2 wives.
Is marriage necessary for a successful long-term relationship, though?
No.
You think people can have a successful don't people, isn't that like the question? Like, when is he going to ask you to marry you?
No, I don't think anymore nowadays.
No?
No.
Interesting.
I think times have changed. People are living together.
But, yeah, living together is fine.
First, people are living together first, and I think societies just accept that, whether you get married or not. It's not a question anymore once you're living together.
Yeah, I know. But living together is nothing, I feel like. Anyways.
Why? You still should be committed.
Yes, Mom. Anyways.
Unless you plan to have an open relationship, then that's different. Right?
Right.
So,
what?
That was my question of the day too. That was it.
Okay.
It's from the show that I was watching. That's finished now.
You watch too much TV.
No, it was a series, and it was 3 seasons, and each episode is 2 hours.
What the hell?
Exactly. So it took me
How many
long
episodes?
to watch it. I think there was I don't even know. I think there was 80 total. Yeah.
So, Mom, today we went to this restaurant, this gnocchi restaurant, right? And you know how we do our, I do the social media stuff and I post the stuff on Instagram story?
Yeah.
Well, this guy, the waiter, came to our table when he brought the gnocchi and he's like, do you want Parmesan cheese? And we're like, yeah. And I was pulling out my phone. He's like, okay, do you want a boomerang for the Parmesan? And I'm like, yeah, I do actually. I will boomerang this. And then he's like, okay, but you got to tag us.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, but my question is, why do I got to tag you?
Why not? That's advertisement for them.
Yeah, are you going to give me free food?
That's you were going to do it anyway. So
exactly, I was going to do it anyway, so why should I tag you? What's in it for me? You
would have tagged them regardless.
No, I wasn't going to tag them.
Oh, then you should have said, for sure I'll tag you. Drop in an extra plate of gnocchi.
Honestly, we should have. Kat and Taylor didn't tag them. I'm the only one that tagged them.
Oh.
They said, yeah. They didn't end up doing it. But I tagged them.
Okay. You're so nice.
I am nice. People always ask me for food recommendations. I literally write itineraries for people. I'm writing one right now for a high school friend. I wrote one for Eric's sister before. I am the person who knows New York. When people come to New York, they ask me, Evie, where should I go? What should I eat?
Was that gnocchi place good, though? Because it looked yummy.
It was good. The interior was not what I expected in a bad way. The chairs were all busted up, and it was just, weird. It was just weird.
But the food was good?
But the gnocchi was good. Yeah, the gnocchi was good. And the, front waitress was wearing, a bra and, this see-through black shirt. And I was just like, what? I'm
sure
so
you weren't in a
confused.
brothel?
No, I wasn't in a brothel, but it definitely had brothel feels. The walls were all wine bottles.
Oh.
It was just a wine encased in glass. And it was just, it did have that dark brothel feel, actually. Yeah. So, I'm not really sure. But the food was good. There is one location in Wall Street or something like that. So, I feel like that would be better. Maybe interior because it's Wall Street, but who knows? But yeah, it's called Gnoccheria by Luzzo or something like that. It's on 4th Street and Avenue B. That's a sketchy area, but anyways, it was pretty good.
And where did they go this morning for breakfast? Because that looked really good too.
They went to Essex and Beauty and Essex, I think.
Oh.
I forget. I think it's called Beauty and Essex. Yeah, I've been there before. So.
Has anybody messaged you about my podcast? My solo podcast career?
No, because no one cares.
Someone out there's gotta care.
No one cares.
It's about mental health.
Mom, you're not going to do it, so everyone's calling your bluff.
Well, if no one wants it, then I can't waste my time doing it. But if you're getting messages for me to do it, then I'll do it.
Are you getting messages?
No one messages me.
Exactly, because you don't check your messages. So if you're not going to be reachable, then why should people tune into a podcast of yours? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Give them their phone number? Give them my phone number?
No, Mom. But anyways, let me tell you another story since you're not adding any value to this podcast.
I already did add.
What? You asked one question and then my answer was the value.
I think it was a damn good question.
Okay. Anyways, do you remember the question?
The one that I asked?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought.
No, I do, because it just happened. It was the second last episode in the show.
Okay,
if
Mom.
It was like last week, I would not remember.
Mom, we went to this pizza place.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay, have you ever been to it?
No.
Okay.
I would not line up.
Why not?
Because what for?
The line wasn't long when we joined it. It was only long after we joined it, but it still took 38 minutes.
Yeah.
It still took 38 minutes, but we were right outside the door. The problem is that one, they have the cashier answering the phones for people who are also ordering pizza over the phone.
Here we go again.
So not only do they have a long ass line for people trying to get a slice, walk-in style, but they're also answering the phone to take orders over the phone, and the girl that's doing the paying, the cashier girl, is the one answering the phone. So after I paid, Kat and Taylor had to wait like 5 to 10 minutes to pay right after me because she was taking orders on the phone.
Bad business.
Anyways, well, this is the thing though, is that I don't think they care because their wall is filled with celebrities.
Exactly. They don't care.
It's called Prince Street Pizza. And to be honest, I don't think it's worth it. Like, I don't get the hype just because a couple of celebrities went there and then they told their celebrity friends who also went there, who told their celebrity friends who also went there. Like, does not mean that something is quality. It just means that it's popular.
Right.
So we went there because Kat always wanted to try it, and we waited in line, and it took 38 minutes to order our pizza. And when I ate it, I didn't have any expectations, first of all, but I did not think that it was miles better than Dollar Pizza. Like, I would probably rate Dollar Pizza an 8 out of 10, and I would rate this pizza like an 8.5 out of 10. You know? And I don't know, like, for the price, I don't know.
I actually like the Dollar Pizza.
I like the Dollar Pizza too.
Yeah.
I actually like the Dollar Pizza too. But this pizza slice was a little thicker, and the crust not so good, but all the ingredients are fresh, so that's a bonus. But still, like, and the pepperonis, there was tons of pepperonis, which was great. Some of them were crispy, some of them but they were like meaty still at the same time. So it was good. It just like, it wasn't not worth it, but I also would not wait in line again for it. And I think that they have that lineup because, one, the place is small to begin with inside. It's not like Dollar Pizza small, but it's still small. And two, they have so many celebrities, I guess from word of mouth or something, that have been there. So like Alec Baldwin and like just like Winnie Harlow and just so many celebrities on the wall. Also, we went to see Chicago.
Yeah, okay. How was that?
So I'm going to write a review on Instagram, on my next Instagram post about Chicago, dedicated to it. But for those listening to the podcast, you get the early review. So Chicago is a musical on Broadway, and I love Broadway. Been to Wicked, been to School of Rock, Matilda, Is there any other Kinky
Yeah.
Boots?
Kinky Boots.
What else? Anything else?
I don't know.
Anyways, those are the 4
You should go
Broadway
with
shows that
the
I
one
can
with the
remember.
mask.
I know, I gotta go to that one. And so these 4 Broadway shows, so then we went to Chicago, and there's so much hype around Chicago. Like, first of all, it's the longest running show on Broadway, so you think, oh, okay, if it's running this long, it's gotta be good. Second of all, their advertisements are everywhere, like on garbage cans, on big billboards in New York City. Like, the advertising is everywhere, and you always hear Chicago, Chicago, Chicago. So anyways, I was really excited to go see it. Again, went in there with no bias or no expectation, because I like to make my own judgments, but everyone had said it was good, so I was excited to see it. And we walked in, and first of all, I don't want to speak on the venues, because the venues are the venues, and it may be because of where we were sitting. But in Kinky Boots, I don't remember us not having leg room. In Chicago, there was no leg room. Like, my legs were against the other chair in front of us. It was like 0 leg room. But we were in the orchestra, or in the I don't know. We were at the top. So I don't know if that's because those are shittier seats. I don't know. But anyways, so first thing was that the orchestra was in the middle of the stage. When is the orchestra ever in the middle of the stage? It's always underneath the stage or to the side. The orchestra was smack dab in the middle of the stage.
Really?
Yeah. And that was confusing for 2 reasons. The first reason it was confusing was because you're like, why is the orchestra in the middle of the stage? Why are these actors acting around this big orchestra in the middle of the stage? It was really weird. 2, I don't know if I like this or not, but the actors started interacting with the orchestra and breaking the fourth wall. So they were like saying, "You're doing so good up there, buddy. Like, thank you." Like, do you know what I mean? Like, they took us out of the play part of it, and like would interact with the conductor and the orchestra. So like she had this newspaper, and she was in the newspaper, and she was so happy and proud that she was in this newspaper that she took the newspaper over to the conductor. And she was like, look at this. And then he took the newspaper, and she took his conducting stick, and then she started conducting the orchestra.
So they're part of the show then.
It was weird. Hold on. It was really weird. So that was interesting. The other part that I didn't like, which was, this felt like bait and switch. All of the advertisements, like I said, were everywhere, and the main girl on the advertisement was a young female with dark black short hair.
Yeah, that's who the main character is.
No,
it was like, even in the movie, black short, like Catherine Zeta-Jones.
The main characters in our play or our musical were 2 silver hens. They were white-haired old ladies.
Did you guys go to the right show?
Yes, we went to Chicago.
Was it? Well, they've been on stage forever. Eventually they age.
Mom, you see all of these advertisements, even the posters. Mom, even the posters.
If this has been running for, like, let's say 20, 30 years, and this girl's been on it since she was 20, she'd be 50 now.
Okay, well, 50-year-old gotta go. Get a new 20-year-old, okay? I'm sorry, but I thought I was gonna watch this, like, young story of this young woman and blah, 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 and it was 2 old women.
Are you sure they were old?
Mom, they had white hair. And Kat said they were old. I mean, I could barely tell because my eyes could not see from that far up there, but they were old. They definitely did not have black hair. So,
a lot of young girls don't have black hair too. They put silver streaks in their hair.
Mom, if you're advertising the main character to be a young woman with short black hair, you cannot have a play. That's why it was confusing, because these characters came out and you're like waiting for the main character for this young female short black-haired woman.
Maybe these two old ladies
to come out,
a leg, and they did, and they took over.
And like 30 minutes in, you're like, oh shit, these are the main characters.
Oh my god.
So, anyways, as the musical went on, it got better.
Right.
But I didn't like those things. And like the orchestra ended up growing on you because they were Mom, can you stop yawning?
I'm tired.
Because they were like using the orchestra stage. You'll see in my Instagram post, because I'm going to post like the stage with the orchestra on it and stuff like that. But it was just weird. And I don't know, I've never seen a play from this far away. I've never been in like the high rows. Yeah. So I don't know if that like took me out of the experience.
Did when we saw Annie when you were younger.
Okay, well, that wasn't on Broadway.
Yes, it was.
In New York?
No, not in New
exactly.
York,
it wasn't on Broadway then.
Okay, it wasn't on Broadway.
Thank you. Just because it was in Toronto, that doesn't mean Broadway. Broadway is a street.
Doesn't matter, okay?
Anyways.
Broadway's Noshway.
Anyways, Chicago wasn't my favorite. If I had to rank them, it would probably be School of Rock, Matilda, Kinky Boots, Wicked, Chicago.
Did you see Lion King?
No, I never saw Lion King.
What did you see for your 16th birthday?
Wicked.
Oh, Wicked. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh. And the only reason I put Wicked as 4th is because I don't remember it that much.
Oh, isn't Willy Wonka out or something?
I don't know if Willy Wonka's out, but Harry Potter's out. Oh, that would be interesting to see.
Yeah, that would have been interesting to see.
But apparently that's like a 6-hour show.
What?
Yeah, like you can do it in 2 nights.
Wow.
Yeah, like you can do one night 3 hours, one night 3 hours.
Or just take the whole day?
Or just do 6 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. I want to see it. Eric doesn't like Broadway. Or he'll give it another chance, but he's not a Broadway person. Seen? I don't know if he's seen anything.
Oh, maybe that's why.
Or maybe he did. He doesn't like musicals. So, I don't know. I'm trying to tell him it's like a concert, though. Like, he loves concerts. So, why when he...
No, it's different from a concert.
It's different from a concert. Yes, I'm not saying. I said it's like. I didn't say it is a concert. I said it's like a concert. Okay, can you not? Remember those screenshots I took of you last time? They were so attractive. Okay, you got any last words? Kat is here and I'm not letting her up till we're done.
What? She's here?
Apparently.
Oh. Does she have anything to add?
She's downstairs. I'm not letting her up till we're done.
Surprise. What is she doing home so early?
Well, after we went to Gnocchi, they went to Little Italy. And then I guess they wanted to come home to bother me. I don't know.
Oh, maybe they came home to get the key so they won't bother you.
No, they did not come to get the key. Also, today I went to get an acai bowl because I'm still because I'm still boycotting that Loco Coco joint, even though they're so good and they're such in a good area that like I have to travel far and wide for acai bowls now. However, it's a good thing because now I get to experience more different acai bowls. I had a really good acai bowl today.
And that was down in...
It was down in Greenwich.
Greenwich Village,
and
yeah.
It was called Ono Bowls. And the acai itself, the way he made it and blended it, it wasn't liquidy. It was so perfect. And I would go travel just for this one. And it was $2 cheaper than the Loco Coco one.
Well, that was your bus fare.
Right. Exactly. True.
Right?
Yep.
And at least you got out.
True.
You went down to Greenwich Village, which is really nice.
It is nice. And it gets you out. And also, the only thing I would complain about is that inside there was a freezer.
Oh, it's cold.
So cold. Like, I know maybe they got to do that to keep the acai bowls not melting. But at the same time, it was freezing cold. Like, it's winter. Come on. like have a freezer, you know, area or something. Like, I don't know. Anyways, that's all I got. Okay, can you? Yeah, you gotta stop yawning. Okay, bye. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for being part of the chat. Ciao.
Bye. Bye, everybody. Have a good night. See you next week. See you next week.